There are times when we really have to challenge ourselves to bust a move.
Bust it.
The enterprise is moving, making strides in our mission to build a family of the world's best fashion brands. It's about creating an emotional connection with the customer. Lingerie, apparel, and beauty and personal care have experienced successes this spring that move us forward. We're learning to tell exciting stories and in a whole new way.
Spring season was okay, but there were some exciting things that I really hang my hat on. Express opened a new store in the Forum Shops in Las Vegas. Wild success. The success that we've had this season with Intimissimi and Victoria's Secret. The results from Pink, astronomical results. I would guess that Pink in its first 2 years, if you compared it as a brand to all brands in retailing, Pink buries them. I've never seen a phenomenon quite like it in terms of growth, acceptance, and future. The continued success of the Express Editor pant, the continued success of the Drew pant in limited stores. Most recently, Victoria's Secret Beauty, the #1 prestige fragrance in America is Victoria's Secret Heavenly. When I look at markers, things that lead me to believe what we're capable of doing, we've had some amazing successes.
Leading this list of successes this past quarter, the recent opening of the sexiest store on earth at the Forum Shops in Las Vegas. This store brings the enterprise strategy of developing great brands with compelling stories to life.
Welcome to the sexiest store on earth!
In 3, 2, 1, 0.
Meyer go. Neon 2, 1 and 2 go.
Cue Adriana.
And she's there on 6. Okay, we're in the ballpark.
Blow-away success. The whole retail industry is talking about it. And incredible lessons learned for the Victoria's Secret brand and for all of our brands about merchandising, about store design, about display, about the whole customer experience. Wild success.
We're telling the story well. How do we know? The customers are telling us.
Their eyes get big, their mouth drop, and it's like, wow.
When you first walk in, it's like, wow. You just look because you're so taken back because I've never seen any Victoria's Secret store like it.
I was in awe.
I like the wings. They're pretty slick.
Carolina, 3 of 10.
It caught my eye when I was walking through, and I gotta go in there. When people first walk into the store, their eyes just get big. You can't explain to people what they're gonna see when they walk into the store. It's just something you have to experience.
Creating that experience means making a connection with the customer at every step in their journey through the store, from entrance to exit.
The emotional connection that the client feels to their environment here really does so much for the experience that the client has. And when you look room by room at the different concepts, anything from Chanel Thomas having its own replica of a boutique in Paris, to Euro being about a beautiful European boudoir, something you would walk through and just, you feel sexy, you feel great, and it makes you want to pick up the product, makes you want to buy the product. You'll notice as you walk through the store, the music changes. When you're in Pink, the music is lively and fun and young and energetic. As you walk through other parts of the store, you might hear opera. And the sophistication of music that ties to the product that you're looking at. And the third-party product that we brought into the store in conjunction with Victoria's Secret's brand just elevates that experience that much more.
The addition of an adults-only room to the expanding Victoria's Secret collection represents a new dimension.
The biggest smiles that we get in the store from the ones that walk behind the velvet curtains and then come back out. And what I hear them say is, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Connecting with the customer extends from the store concept and design to the selling strategies and tools that help associates tell the story.
The content cards are great. They offer a storyline for each room. The girls can keep them on hand. They can speak using personal testimony and using the storyline of the card to touch base with any client that they come in contact as to why the room could relate to them or should relate to them.
It's about innovation and anticipating what next means to her. Though each room has its own unique feel, it all comes back to one overriding theme designed to elevate the brand.
The concept of the store is bringing the fashion show to life. And when you walk in, you immediately feel that. There's the runway, and of course, the replica of the mannequin of Heidi wearing the big red wings. And you get hit by the sparkling lights and the Swarovski crystals that are on the runway, just as it would be at a fashion show. You'll notice that all of the black and white imaging throughout the store are shots of the fashion show or behind the scenes of the fashion show. The model's getting ready. And the client experiences something here that she probably hasn't experienced anywhere else in retail.
The customer experience at the Victoria's Secret store in Las Vegas is being studied in an effort to bring the lessons learned from this incredible journey to the rest of the enterprise.
Taking the same theatrical concept and rolling it across the country, it's just a great idea. It's one thing that when we say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, this is the one thing that won't.
And already the excitement and innovation of this store is spreading throughout the enterprise with the construction of a second Victoria's Secret store of this kind in Columbus, Ohio.
And the construction site we're in is Easton, Columbus, Ohio, and the new Victoria's Secret store, which will open about the 20th of September. And when it opens, should be the sexiest store in America.
From the very beginning of the store, when you enter in, there's a buzz that's created at the onset all the way to the back of the store, and there's this incredible journey throughout. I think there's an opportunity to see what has worked, and particularly around Victoria's Secret, I think creating emotional spaces, depending on what the product was, all throughout works. Whether you're selling cosmetics or you're selling denim, I think really targeting in on that product category and telling the right story around it is what's important. What's exciting is the level of innovation at the highest level. Whether it's in a Victoria's Secret or Henry Bendel or the Limited or Express, I think knowing that we're willing to invest in innovation to bring our brands forward into the future and to be competitive, it's exciting. It's exciting to be part of a team that is about ideas as opposed to only what we know, but about the future. That's exciting.
The lessons from stores like this that are pioneering, that break the mold, that say we can do it better, we can create more energy, is the fact that no matter how successful we are, we can create an emotional experience for our customer, a store design, a display, a merchandising package that is much better than we're doing. And then internally to look at it and say, well, are there lessons that can be learned for Bath & Body? Are there lessons that can be learned for Express, for limited stores, for Victoria's Secret Direct? Are we touching our customer in ways that create really a high voltage emotional response?
We're learning to tell great stories, and we're teaching each other to tell them in a whole new way in all of our brands across the enterprise.
This isn't about one exciting store that gets my motor running. This is about lessons that we can extrapolate to the whole enterprise. Limited Stores is making slow but steady progress. I think in limited stores, my observation is that your customer is a young fashion customer, and I think the closer you are to your competitors, the closer you are to your customer, you realize that. And I think the fashion leadership of the business, whether it's designers, whether it's merchants, whether it's marketers, whether it's store associates, have to recognize that. And every clue is that when they're fashion right and they're focused on a young customer, their business is very good. I think that they should, based on the platform they've built and several years of working hard, come leaping ahead this fall and holiday season. It's really time for limited stores to hit a home run.